Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George here, and today I have the pleasure of going through the 2025 Subaru Outback Limited XT in the dark mahogany pearl with you. So this is actually my favorite color in the Outback, the dark mahogany. I think it's a very classy color. I think most people will agree. The camera's not doing it justice. It is kind of an overcast day out with it snowing, so you're probably not going to get to see all of the dark mahogany in its glory. But the XT in the Limited is a full load Outback, one step under the Premier, but it's powered by a 2.4 liter turbocharged boxer engine. So 260 horsepower, 277 pounds-feet of torque. These are absolute rockets. At the front, we have these smaller, more angular, aggressively styled headlights. They are steering responsive, and you have auto high beam assist. We've got forward-facing LED fog lights, and we have those faux kind of vents on either side of that large grille. That helps add to that square, aggressive front end. We've got those metallic gray wings off of the logos. We've got 8.7 inches of minimum ground clearance, more than your average half-ton pickup, and of course, Subaru's full-time legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive. Limited does have 18-inch wheels, and we have the cladding that kind of blends in on the dark mahogany, so you don't notice it quite as much. Got Outback here in silver, black painted mirror caps with the integrated turn signals. Limited, you get the chrome off the mirrors that surrounds the windows. And something that has been a big thing in the last, especially month, I've had lots of people asking, power passenger seat. It is even height adjustable on the Limited. So that is something that quite a few passengers like, and quite a few people who have been shopping recently have been keying in on. Headrest on the passenger side is adjustable as well. We have a little storage cubby above the glove box here, and it is kind of rubberized in there to stop things from sliding around. We've got our roof rails with the integrated tie downs, front and rear, of course packed with snow with our wonderful weather we've been getting. And these crossbars you can lift up and flip them across. You've got crossbars when you need them. You can tuck them away when you don't need them. Very easy. We have our tilt and slide sunroof. See a little bit more of that dark mahogany from this angle. That color, a little bit of purpley red. It's quite nice. Fuel door, rear, passenger side, regular cap, running regular fuel. When you lock the car, this pin shoots out and locks in there. So when the driver door is locked, the fuel door is locked. When the driver door is unlocked, fuel door is unlocked. Give you that rear 3/4. Good looking vehicle. One of the few lifted wagons left on the road. In the rear of the Outback's bumper, we have those little black circles. Those are your backup sensors. And they'll apply the brakes if you think you're gonna hit something in reverse between speeds of 1 and 15 kilometers an hour. Absolutely terrifying when it happens, but it's better than hitting something. We have a proximity tailgate. Key on your person, you block the logo. You know what? I've turned it off. 1 second. So I'm back. I did have the switch accidentally turned off. Block the logo. You hear the beep. You remove your hand, your elbow, your box, and it pops open. Sorry that took a second there, a couple attempts. Clearly I wasn't paying attention when I turned it on and off. And we have a lot of room in the back of the Outback. Privacy cover is 2-stage, so that's stage 1. That's not a lot of load height. Got a box or whatever in your hands. Hit that, retracts. You've got way more. And of course, there is the non-retracted position. And you press that little button, you can lift it out and actually tuck it underneath our false floor here. And there's a place for it to run across. Now, this little hook right here is if you ever have to get your spare tire tools out, holds that up so you're not fighting with multiple things or more things than you need to be. But yeah, it took me a little bit to figure out what that hook was for initially. And it just slots right there. Privacy cover. We have our cargo tray with a lip. We've got a 12-volt power point, little storage cubby, nice hard mount physical tie downs in each corner. And in the Limited, we do get the Harman Kardon audio system, so upgraded audio system, which is absolutely fantastic in the Outback. Grocery bag hooks on either side. We've got the ability to fold down the second row seats from the back, and you can dramatically increase the amount of storage you have in here. I have lots of clients that car camp in their Outbacks. Little LED cargo light. I can lock and close it, I can close it, I can pull down, I can open it from, or close it from the key fob or from the driver's seat. Second row. We've got a lot more passenger room than people expect. Good headroom, good legroom, and this is the black perforated leather. We've got easy access to the latch system just behind this cover here. Got that on the passenger side too. There's a fold down armrest with an integrated cup holders. The outer two seats are heated, high and low. Person in the middle, in addition to having to sit in the middle, doesn't get a heated butt. Got vents out of the center console, in addition to vents underneath each front seat facing rearward to heat up or cool down the second row more effectively. USB ports, USB A and C for charging. We've got 3 matte back pockets on the backs of both front seats. We have a textured step if you're gonna be loading anything onto the roof. Subaru wants you standing on that instead of on the tire like you would normally do to get on the roof of a vehicle, because the tire sits inside the fender and I'm literally right at the back of the rack system. That's the center of mass of my body, so I'll probably end up leaning, potentially putting myself in a precarious situation. Door card, soft touch, armrest, soft touch. I've got that little slot. I get asked about that fairly often. That's what this extra side impact crash safety bar ties into, and it's designed to help reduce the chance of intrusion into the passenger cab in the event of a collision, which I hope none of you ever have to experience. Auto windows, even in the rear. And if you need them, child locks. Now, it is a proximity key. Top button here, lock. Subaru logo, unlock. Press and hold to open the trunk, and then of course, panic. But this never needs to come out of your key. This key never needs to come out of your purse, your pocket, your bag, your backpack. To lock it, we simply touch those lines. It's locked. To unlock it, as long as the key's within 46 inches, hand on the handle and it unlocks. And then up front, of course, door card looks very, very similar to that of the rear. Soft touch materials, all 4 auto windows, window lock. Got a little bit of storage along with a bottle holder. They tell you again, you got a Harman Kardon system. We have 2 position memory settings for your power driver's seat and your mirrors. So if you've got 2 regular drivers, or even if it's just you come in for an oil change and the technician has to adjust the seat and mirrors to safely move your car, press 1 or 2, whatever you have set goes back to how you had it. Driver's seat, same leather seating material as the second row. Seat's obviously a little bit more bolstered. We have a manual thigh extender, which is nice. Great if you've got longer legs. Stops the circulation from being cut off. And of course, power seat controls, including lumbar. Dash, leather, padded. We have the ability to open the rear hatch. We've got a scroll wheel for the brightness of the gauges. We can turn off that proximity tailgate, which is, I did have it accidentally turned off prior, but very, very easy to operate stuff. On the inside, it is push button start. As long as the key is in the vehicle, it's in the cup holder. Foot on the brake, light goes green, green means go. We have our blind spot detection indicators on either side mirror, which is fantastic. Not an excuse not to shoulder check, but it's a nice aid. The visibility in the Outback is absolutely phenomenal. Good visibility all around. Steering wheel, bottom left. We've got tilt and telescopic, so you can adjust it to how you like to sit. Leather wrapped and heated. Left-hand side here, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls. You can accept calls, decline calls, hang up, issue voice commands, volume for music and for audio calls, switch from AM to FM to USB to Bluetooth, then cycle through your presets. Right-hand side, we've got our adaptive cruise and our lane centering. Both of those use these 3 black boxes, those color stereo EyeSight cameras to look for cyclists, road lines, pedestrians, and other vehicles. They also are responsible for automatic emergency braking, which will save you 10% on your basic insurance. And just ahead of that, we have our auto dimming rear view mirror. So no switch to flick, just automatically dims if someone's got their brights on behind you. You've got the home link system there, so 3 separate garage door openers can be attached to this mirror. You don't have to carry a bulky visor opener on your visor, on your person, in your door card, whatever, and integrated compass there. We do have paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel, so we can manually select our own gears, even with the automatic CVT. Now, this right here is the driver focus system, so you may have noticed a little red light there. That's trying to scan me in. Now, you can scan your face in, do a driver profile, but it is designed to tell you if you're not paying attention to the road or if you're drowsy. So it will give you an alert, which is pretty cool. We've got an 11.6-inch touchscreen infotainment portion. We've got physical volume and tuning knobs, 4-way flashers, which I hope none of you ever need to use. Top portion here, we've got what we're listening to, navigation destination, widgets, which we can just change around. And if you any of you have watched any of my previous videos, I put the same ones on all the time. Weather's part of your satellite radio trial, and then we get access to X mode, which is like 4 low in a pickup. You have to be going under 20 kilometers an hour to engage it. It's like 4 low. X mode. Main portion of the screen, we've got map, navigation, powered by TomTom. No subscription for that. You've got it for the life of the vehicle. And we can go full screen with that, which is a nice addition. This little home screen button always takes us here. Radio, media, and phone are pretty self-explanatory for tiles. We have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay under apps. You'll gain access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle is registered in your name. Put it in reverse. Backup camera pops up. Rear assist braking's on. Parking sensors are on. And I can clean the backup camera from inside the vehicle, which is the best thing ever for our sloppy winters, especially a day like today. It was -8 earlier. It's now 1 degree. The snow has kind of turned to rain, so it is nice to have that. It gets a little slushy. Turn off rear assist, can turn off parking sensors if you don't want it. No, I don't want to register myself in the driver system. Settings, there's a lot of things you can change. Car info, driving statistics, you can set maintenance reminders, turn off the display, you can add additional shortcuts. We've got valet mode, auto vehicle hold. Vehicle dynamics control is grayed out because I've got X mode on right now. There you go. We have the home button. We've got the ability to turn off auto start stop if you don't like it. We have auto vehicle hold, which is like a brake holder for construction drive through rush hour traffic. When I turn that on, I get a little green AVH on the right hand side there. When that starts flashing, I can take my foot off the brake. It'll continue to hold the brake for me. Great for rush hour traffic, not really for Prince George here. Below that, we've got our climate. And on either side, and this is covered in the factory plastic still, that's why it's so reflective and glossy. I'm gonna let the new owner who's taking possession of this vehicle tomorrow morning do that. We've got physical buttons on either side, and it is dual zone. You can adjust it by 0.5 degree increments, or you can simply click on the screen. You can click, you can drag, you can sync it back to driver controlled, control where you want your airflow. If you want AC on, we obviously don't want to recirc right now because it's winter. Fan strength buttons, really hard to miss. Turn off traction control, or sorry, climate control. And we have 3 stages of heated seat for both the driver and passenger. High, medium, low, off, however you'd like it. Below that, we've got 2 USBs, an auxiliary, and a wireless charger. The white light means it's ready to accept something and start charging. When it's blue, that means the device is charging. Park brake is electronic. Pull towards yourself. It's on. Push down with your foot on the brake to disable it. As I mentioned, automatic CVT with manual mode. Manual tells you right there on the bottom we're in first gear, second, or we're in drive. It won't let you start off in 6. It does limit you based on your speed, but you can downshift. I use the paddles in these cars more for downshifting, slowing down, going downhill, so I'm not riding my brakes more than I do for sporty driving. We have very, very deep cup holders. We've got 1 drink raiser with it. So if you have a medium or a short drink, you're not just grabbing it by the lid, you can actually grab the cup. Reduces your chance of spills. We've got a really nice soft touch armrest, full soft touch. We've got a card tray, change tray, good storage in there. There's a 12-volt power point there, and there's a place to run cords out of so you don't crush them when your armrest is down if your arm's on it. Up top, we have sunglass storage. We've got SOS and roadside. You'll get a little green light there after the My Subaru connected services are enabled for you. We've got our sunroof control, our map lights. It is just the regular size sunroof. It is tilt and slide though. And then on each sun visor, we do have card holders. We've got vanity mirror with light. And this entire thing can be slid back if the sun's directly at your left or right and you don't want that directly in your visibility, which is nice. So that is a quick look at the 2025 Subaru Outback Limited XT in the dark mahogany pearl. I do wish it was a little less overcast so you could all appreciate the color in the sun. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a very hard color to capture a good photo or video of if it's not the absolute perfect conditions. It's powered by a 2.4 liter turbocharged boxer engine producing 260 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque. Tons of power for a vehicle of this size. A little bit of a sleeper, really. Got 8.7 inches of minimum ground clearance. And of course, Subaru's full-time legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive. And sorry, that 260 horsepower is running on 87 octane. Regular fuel, not premium. So thank you for sticking with me and watching my walkthrough of the 25 Limited XT Outback in the dark mahogany pearl. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. If you guys have any questions about this Outback behind me, any of the tech in it, any of the features in it that I maybe didn't elaborate on as you'd like, you want more detail, put it in the comments below. Love hearing from you guys. If you guys are in British Columbia or Alberta and you're willing to make the trip to northern BC to purchase a car, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you find the perfect Subaru for you. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll talk soon.